Assalamu alaikum. So this is Fun with Ruha, and we are back with another storybook, Mischief Makers, retold by Tony Bradman. There are three stories in this book, and we are going to read this first one, Tillowlglass and the Painting. There was once a boy called Tillowlglass who was full of mischief. You can see in the picture. This is the boy whose name is Tillowlglass. He lived in Germany a long time ago, and people have been talking about his tricks ever since. Till traveled from town to town looking for fun, and one fine day he arrived in a place called Marburg. A rich lord, the new court of his, lived in a large palace there with his wife and lots of servants. You can see this is the palace and servants are there. Till decided to pay this count a visit. At first, the palace guards didn't want to let him in, but that was no problem for Till. His golden tongue soon convinced the guards that he was a very important person, and they opened the gate. The count was sitting in a grand room. The furniture looked expensive, and the count was wearing a rather lavish outfit. You can see he is the count, and this is the room of the count where the count is sitting. "Welcome to my palace," said the count. "My servant tell me you are a very important person, but they didn't say exactly what you do." "Of course, I am a very important person too. Why, I am descended from a long line of very important people." Till listened while the count droned on and on about his family and how noble his ancestors were. Now Till didn't like snobs, and he always knew when someone was fibbing. After all, he was a pretty good at it himself. He had a feeling that Count had made up the whole story so his family would sound more impressive. "Actually, I paint pictures," said Till when the Count stopped to draw breath. "Is that so?" said the Count, suddenly interested. "What kind of pictures?" "Oh, pictures of noble families," said Till. "I could paint yours if you like." "That would be excellent," said the Count, beaming. "Hang on, how do I know you are any good?" He scowled. "Do you have some pictures you can show me?" "Actually, I do," said Till. It just so happened that he did have a few with him. Although he had not painted them himself, he would pick them up on a trip to Flanders. You never knew what might come in handy when you were a trickster. "These pictures are wonderful," said the Count, "but I would like something much bigger. A painting that covered one entire wall of my great hall so everyone can see how noble my family is." "Could you do that? And how much would you charge?" "Oh, you get my special discount for really noble customers," said Till. "It will cost you 400 gold marks, half upfront. But there's one condition. You have to leave me alone. No one is allowed to see the picture until it's finished, not even you." "Why, what sensitive creatures your artists are," said the Count. Of course, we will do whatever you say. Till just smiled. He sent a couple of the count's servants out to buy all the things an artist could need, paints and brushes and some ladders, because it was going to be a big picture. Then he went into the great hall and locked the doors. The count was very excited, and so was his wife, the countess, when he told her. She was as much of snob as her husband. Till came out later for lunch, and later still for dinner, but he kept the doors locked and slept in the great hall at night. He did the same the next day and the day after, and pretty soon a week had gone by. How much longer will it take? Said the countess. I am dying to see it. Me too, said the count, but I don't think you can hurry these artists. Another week went by, then another and another, but now the count and countess were almost mad with impatience, and so was everyone else in the palace. At last, the count simply couldn't stand it any more, and one lunchtime he lay in wait for Till. I know I am not supposed to see it yet, he said, but can I just have a peek? Till sighed. Oh, very well, he said. It's nearly finished anyway. They went into the great hall. The with the picture was covered by a large curtain. Till took one corner and was about to pull it aside, but then he paused. I hope you don't mind, but I have been adding a special secret ingredient to the paint, he said. Only those people descended from a truly noble family like yours, of course, will be able to see the picture. To everybody else, it will be invisible. Really? Squeaked the count. That's very nice of you, but that's not. He did not have time to say anything else before Till swept back the curtain. Here is the Roman emperor you told me you were descended from, said Till, pointing at the wall. Here is that king and the queen you mentioned. So what do you think? The count opened his mouth, but no words came out. To his utter horror, all he could see was a perfectly blank wall, but he could not say that, could he? I think, he spluttered. It's absolutely brilliant, he said at last. You have managed to capture my family perfectly. Well, I will leave you to it then. He scuttled away as soon as he had gone. Till burst out laughing. Of course, there was no picture on the wall. Till had not painted a single thing. In fact, he had spent the last 4 weeks reading and relaxing between his lovely free meals. As soon as the countess heard the count had been in the great hall, she demanded to see the pictures as well. Till gave her the same warning, and the same thing happened. When Till pulled back the curtain, she saw a blank wall. She was horrified, like her husband, but quickly said the painting was wonderful. That was the beauty of Till's trick. Because the Count and Countess were both such snobs, neither could admit the truth. But someone else in the palace was not so easily fooled. One of the servants was a jester, a woman whose job it was to make the Count and Countess laugh. She went to the great hall to look at the picture herself. No, I can't see it, she said, but my family is not noble, so I was not expecting to. Mind you, that wall is so blank I can hardly believe there is a picture on it at all. She turned to Till and gave him a hard look, but his face gave anything away. That afternoon, Till told the Count that the picture was finished and asked for the rest of his money. A little later, he heard raised voices coming from a great hall. It seemed the jester had told the Countess. She thought that Till's picture was nothing but a trick. "You idiot!" the Countess yelled at the Count. "He made a fool of you." "What about you?" the Count yelled back. "You said your family was noble?" Of course, the Count sent his men to arrest the trickster. But as always, Till was long gone, jingling the coins in his pockets. So, this is the end of the book. Please like and subscribe for more such videos. Bye.